that song? Alright, you know the thing. Drop a like so the notification then can go out the people. You know the something go. Nation, what go on? Drop the like. Now as I say, Vybz Kartel's freedom. Document disclosure. When we say document disclosure, meaning after up move Mama G, man, you know the thing there, man. They are going all the reasoning, man. Couple subscribers so they want to discuss this matter again. So we have all the live reasoning on it. Drop a like from a check in so the notification. Make somebody say about a share on the vlog. On the live rather. But a share so the notification them drop a like from a jump in. Now as we have said, the teacher's freedom is assured viewers and subscribers. We see it clear from you know the thing man Richard man, I up move Mama G man. Now the teacher's freedom is assured. It's clear viewers and subscribers. And we see it from the actions leading up to the proceedings that are going to take place, you know, what we can say is the early part of 2021. Because as it has been said, we have filed an extension and we have shown the reason for that extension. The fact that whether it is the Supreme Court or the ODPP refuse to hand over the device needed to proceed. Know what I mean? Now some people wonder why them so worried. Up move Mama G man, freedom is a must. Sean Line, up move Mama G man. You see me? They say up on the work. You know the thing man, blessings and respect for the check-in same here. Send out a share too. So some people can know so we're there. Know what I mean? Drop a like on the live. Or go on with the likes. So I go on. Yeah, drop a like on the live so the notification them can go. Now, why was so confident? You see it. When Isaac pointed out just the human rights aspect of the case itself, some people have said, but wait, you know, that was not an aspect taken into consideration when most people are freed. Most people are freed from the criminal aspect. The fact that, yes, first and foremost, laws were broken. And there's no way you can enter in evidence that is tampered with in an open court. We never see that nowhere else in the world, viewers and subscribers. Start the truth. At the first year I hear that, and the first year I see it take place for all who watch what I go on. You know what I mean? You see the play. You see the playground. We see it. It's obvious. It has become very plain to see. You know what I mean? Now, as we say, we are prayed from that standpoint. Love of life check-in. Blessings, mama. You know there's something going already, man. Now, people are prayed from that aspect. So, yes, criminal charges. Laws were broken. We know that for a fact. But also, the human rights aspect. And that is very big at the Privy Council. First and foremost, as we say, your right to being presumed innocent until proven guilty. That's a basic right. That's a basic right entitled to every citizen of every nation. Now, when evidence is being tampered with beforehand, that means that you are already presumed guilty, or that verdict was being sought with such overzealous that you're willing to do that from early stages. Because remember, without these two devices, as many have pointed out, the ODPP have no case. Think about it. Other than the cyber evidence that them claims that them have. Up move Majima, you know the thing, man. Blessings and respect. Without the cyber evidence that they claim to possess, or that was used rather, you know what I mean, the voice notes that were spliced, where when you listen to them, you can realize about 20 different conversations piled together in a one to try to create a scenario, a scene, paint a picture. When you listen to it, and the fact that Gaza talk, you know there's something going on with G, man. Up move, man. One nation out there go and do the thing, man, with G, man. Yeah, man, up move settings. But we listen to it in its entirety. We realize about wait. First and foremost, we do Isaac Buchanan point out. When this matter is brought forward to the Privy Council, the fact that human rights were violated, and this was the type of evidence used to secure a conviction. Jody and Checky, you know, move, mama, you know the thing already, man. One nation. Big up, you know, there's something already, Mama G, man. They are going to put in the work of all the reason. Couple people say them want all the reason for this. So they are going to beat, you know, the thing, man. And Gaza after that, man. Dancehall talk show edition. You know what I mean? Yes, some want to use up the call lines. Them don't want to afraid to call in and hold the reasoning. Gaza Nation Live. They don't feel free for calling. Pick up all who continue to support channel, super chat up and running. You know what I mean? Yes, do the damn thing. Now, as we are saying, assurance for the freedom viewers and subscribers. Think about it. Put it in the thought. The fact that the ODPP, as we have pointed out previously, the measures that were taken to secure a conviction in our first world court of law, this could have never taken place. No prosecutor would have even been allowed by any judge to go forward with these proceedings. Only in our country where there's a clear agenda, you could have pushed forward a case like this. You know what I mean? Bust a shape on the live thing. Now while we're there upon the live, bust a shape on the live. They know the after dark edition. Some of people don't even know so we're there. So Mark Williams checking there. You know what I mean? Yes, the ones them are checking there. So they share them a go. Send out the share the live, share the live. We're going to open the call lines in about 3 minutes. So let's go and build them. We'll go and hold the reason. Span One Productions. You know what I mean? Kevin McCaplin, up move my G, man. I support the thing from day one. You know the thing, man. Gaza Nation Live. How they are going and hold the reasoning. Yeah. Now, first world court of law viewers and subscribers. Do you think that this would even be 10 checky, you know what I mean? You know there's something go. You got the whole Westmead, you know what I mean? The whole Garvin Mead, the whole Waterford, Passage Foot, you know what I mean? The whole Spain, you know what I mean? The whole over town. You know the thing already. Mike, up move, my G, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Kobe. They are going all the reasoning. Yo, in our first world court of law, there's no way this would have even got trial stages. Much less we'll have it at the Privy Council. Means it passed even the appeal stage. No way, at no point in time would I see this go forward. So we can tell you this. Once the matter is presented in a first world court of law, freedom is a must. Freedom is a must. See it? I'm gonna say, yo, he's a Ross is name. Big up yourself. You don't even know if it's a king or it's an empress, but big up yourself. I'm gonna have a big Egyptian name. Now I'm going on the meaning right now, though. But see it? So as someone's pointing out, who resides in the UK, there's no way this could even be a case. So once the matter is presented, that's why they might try to impede proceedings as much as possible. The aim was the first and foremost. So we have a vlog we're going to drop to. I mean, soon and very soon. Then we try some other things previously to you. Other than to just get it to this stage, which them realize it was heading. Them try some things in the teacher career too as well. Thinking that if them could slow down the teacher's career, there would be no funding to proceed forward. Then feel like that too as well. Yeah, then feel like that too as well. So what they must try now? They must decide, say, alright. Now go see if they miss the date. Blessings and respect for that, my G, man. You know the thing, man. By God blessing you, they are going to put in the work, man, my G. After them delay and decide, say, as well, Isaac pointed out, they bring the matter to the public. Them send an email. You know what I mean? And I said, no. The request was denied. Them now go Lego, the two phone them. Gaza uncle check in. Up move, man, uncle. You know the thing, man. Them decide, say, what you know? Them now Lego the phone them. Them now make the phone them reach overseas. So they must say, alright, if the date pass, let we see if the case can crumble. Because you don't miss dates. You know the court something they go. But they might tell you say one thing enough for miss. Don't miss your court date. They were hoping that if them could delay the process long enough, maybe an extension, even if it was filed, would not have been granted. And the case could just blow up in a smoke. That was their hope. When that failed now, realize, wait, everybody get worried. The last statement by the ODPP or the DPP herself was that these statements from Isaac are so damaging that her own staff are feeling. I don't remember the words that she chose to use in particular. But she was basically saying, ethically, them feel like them are do something wrong. Then it's my statement, and years now people have said this. Remember, years now people have said, boy, the ODP, you know, them are prosecute who they're not supposed to prosecute. When them do prosecute some people or some things get put forward, reach a court stage, we hear says that them with a slap on the wrist or the whole case get thrown. Some people like to talk about the high profile cases and the people that may get charged. Let me ask you this. Where are the follow-ups? You hear the sentence? You don't hear nothing more about it. Yes, some people get charged, but that's as far as it goes. What else you hear about it? You have heard nothing. You have heard nothing more about it. So you're going to say, oh, but them did charge such. Because someone in the comment section recently said something. I say, yo, but you don't know, so them did charge such and such, she get charged. You never hear that. What more did you hear about the story? Did you hear the outcome? What the sentence? What it look like? Much years? You can't tell me that partly. Yes, certain big high profile public matters, there's no way you can sweep it under the carpet. Like in the case with Maritime, when the money missing up. And who talk about it and come over the news. Of course, some charges have to be laid against somebody have to get charged. But what is the follow-up? What you hear else take place? Nothing else can take place. You know the case where the lady entered the island a couple of times, and when she choose to enter again, police will lamp on her, and she was a part of that case too as well. What else you hear about it? We don't hear nothing more. If it even something even happened, it was not covered by major tabloids. It was not covered by major tabloids. So yes, at the end of the day, so we see the case play out all the time. No, so these are statements that were made over and over again by the whole heap of different people from all walks of life. So why is it that in this particular case, when Isaac said, everybody start feel away? Them feel away because them know them are do. Everybody feel away because them know them are do, and people are wonder if there will be legal repercussions. But you know, think about the aspect of it. Some people are now wondering if there will be legal repercussions. What happened to it? Them are going to take out jobs. Is their freedom up for grabs? Them don't know. Them don't know. So that's why she's saying that her own staff now feel uneasy based on the statements, because them are look on the legalities. Remember, everybody work for her, all of them go law school. What was assured to them was that this is a state-run case. So in the early stages, people feel like say, alright, as long as we can contain this in-house, meaning say right us up on the island, we can say alright, the state will look after the state. So we know say, no matter which way it go, they have it locked. Hoping that we never take it as far as the Privy Council, which is the highest court of the land, where for them links and who them have tea with and have lunch with and no that not have no workings, yes, so they don't know them judge. Them man don't know them. Yeah, these large judges, as them call them in the UK, you know, them have them old English thing. But anyway, they don't know them. They don't know them. And the fact that yes, them feel like the funding would have run out. As the teacher said, I wonder how him do it. Them, as I'm telling you, let me try some things on the early stages that we are going to. When them realize, say, yo, the appeal was proceeding. And we are taking it to the appeal stage. Them try to put out something and say, oh, music this and music that. Trying to attack the teachers. What they may consider in primary source of income, because they don't know the teacher getting balance. So they must say, alright, if they can't put out a song can't authorize to get released and rate. Funding a goal. But guess what go on? I would say, because of the natural progression of music and the decline in talented artists of the genre right now, they're gonna say it plain, the decline in the rise of talented young artists, and as I'm say, when the vlog just start, I'm gonna play, man, I do my part to So for all young artists and all artists overall, we have the promotion special. So you know what I mean? The number go in the chat. So you can get the number, link to after the live, or you can DM the IG page. You're gonna deal with that. You know what I mean? Talk some business. But with the decline of talented young artists in the game, the teacher's career continued to rise, dominating from when they on the road till even when they face in current situation being behind the bars. So that was an unforeseen event. So when they realize that I go on now, they realize that, but wait, it took hard to stop the play. So the system decides it. Remember what the 3-judge tribunal saying. Remember to all the things that they made forward out with. When they made us say them have forensics, they made us say them have crown witness, they made us say them have this, they made us say them have that. But can't believe say boil down to vice notes. Spliced vice notes. Would you believe that? But couldn't believe said the 3-judge tribunal decides them to go uphold the initial conviction based on vice notes. And in none of the vice notes did you hear the teacher say, alright, go do that. Ah yes, we did that. At no point in time did you hear that on none of the vice notes. And then when you listen to it in its entirety, you realize that these are conversations spanning over much weeks, being spliced and put together, packaged and presented to the public, I might add. Because remember, what we did notice in the initial trial stages is that things like the vice note that was logged in evidence, you know what I mean? They did have it. Nobody on the road never have it. Because the phones were taken on that day. Make it all the way to YouTube. Write us up on the platform. Or write us on me hear it. Write us on me hear it. And most people hear it, write us up on the platform. They may not try to persuade the public opinion. That is why them think they get released. So the public would be convinced when them say something like, yeah, conviction. They are being convicted. When they may say, what you know? Based on them vice notes, you know, realize say, yo, something happened for true. And people gonna say, well, maybe that's why that happened. They may that persuade the public opinion, viewers and subscribers. And that is why in this case now, when they reach the Privy County stage, when everything boil out, the pot is now empty, they don't have no more tricks up them sleeve. The most them graduate do this. Say, what you know, we not release the 2 mobile devices because, you know, we don't want something for happen to it while either it is being transported to the person who's going to examine it or while it is being transported back. We say phone lost all a foreign. We say evidence missing out a locker out here and walk back in a locker. Oh, not go on like say uno can keep things secure. The last time on the trial I go on me here say your evidence missing from locker. You couldn't find it. And then a couple days later evidence was returned to the locker. You don't find it back again. So now go on like say yo release the phone then. Stop impede court proceedings. Release the phone then. And with that being said, we're going to open the call lines right now. You know what I mean? 876-81-67-89 are the number. All phone a call by itself, spot and wire phone. So I'm going to say how them are going like say, yo, them can keep the evidence logged, safe and secure better than anybody else in the world. When we know what take place over and over again. Yo, they feel like I don't know the most crafty. Quef, you know the thing of Mama G, man. Them deaf. I hope move Mama G, man. They are going to hold the reasoning though. Yeah, Mama G. Call lines opening, you know. 876-8160-789 are the number for call. You know what I mean? Yes. WhatsApp call too. So now have to worry about that something. Call lines open. We see number in the chat. We see what going for number in the chat. Yeah, man, you know the settings, Mama G, man. You out here I go and do it, though. If dog in our place, check you, Mama G, man. I move settings, man. Gaza uncle in the place to realest way. Jair Meek in our place. And Moon Gaza for life in our place. Sparta Warrior. Mike. Span One. Love of Life in our place. So just to name a few. You know what I mean? Jordan on the place. Watching the car lines opening. And as I say, a Gaza Nation live. Oh God. Up move Ireland there, no thing, man. Remember, Gaza Nation live. We don't have to worry about it here. You know what I mean? Voice no opinion, no put in have to say. A specific call of the dogs to call into. For a reason recently. In the live that I in. And then they probably never get the notifications yet. Live live. I'm more notification than now go out. Rebek for checking in place. You know the something go. Blessings and respect, my general. Every time. My blessings and respect, my general. You know the thing then already. Let me go and continue reasoning until somebody decides to have to use up the car lines. How move man Lynch, you know the thing, man? They are going to hold the vibe. In our first world court of law, there's no way these proceedings could have even moved forward at no point in time. Freedom for the teacher. 2021 a freedom year. For more than one reason. Freedom for the teacher. We do all go on worldwide way, so them have a thing I work on. Maybe even the streets will get free up to a certain way. What go on the likes too. And that's why the notification them now go out, you know. Likes to match up. Drop a like, drop a like. KK good as check in. Blessings, mama. You know the thing go. Up move uncle alive.
We don't need no ladder.
No ladder we don't need, my general. You know the thing go already, man.
I've got some broomstick sometime, but anyway, that's a different story that.
Famous just check in, up move.
Yeah man, big up all like nation people if you don't know. Everybody big up on yourself. Can't name out everybody, but
Yeah, more, you see me? You know the thing go. What was say one nation, them know the settings.
yeah, alright, so first of all, I kinda catch up on what I go on recently, so
Yeah.
I heard a live where you do a review
Yeah.
earlier. So more you enlighten, more you shed some light on whether review there was about is something what the lawyer said or something what was out in the paper or something like something that was is something new you're talking about?
Yeah, what we just say is, based on what we see a take place, you know what I mean? We see where the warrior forward from. Based on the statement to Isaac make recently, when he discussed the human rights aspect, I think upon CVM, he did that interview there recently. I'm not talking about,
So
I'm not talking
hold
about,
on there. This is after him said them a double double and go on.
yeah, I think I have the same reason. When I discuss the facts that teachers are national treasure too as well. And they must say, yo, should I ask, what him feel like could be the outcome after the situation reached the Privy Council? And they must say, based upon the humanitarian aspect.
You said that interview there,
Yeah.
that interview was supposed to that was way before. A long time interview that, you know.
Yeah,
But a lot of people never get chance to even view it
yeah,
because more people watch on stage and all that. But when CVM go live, because CVM was live too, you know, but when
Yeah.
CVM go live, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't follow CVM like how
Yeah.
they follow on stage or follow, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Like even the TVJ news people more follow than a CVM live.
So that interview that was way before they even granted. That interview was a long time.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. So that's why I ask you know if it's something new or you just have follow up on with them.
No man, it's a compile. You see that? And it's a discussion on the implications of what take place right now in the whole atmosphere. The facts that we reach a stage where most documents filed and it's the last piece of evidence need for go over for we can log it for bring the motion now to the Privy Council.
Because basically, right, or them was supposed to deliver the thing for the 24th was the deadline.
Yeah.
The 20th was the deadline.
Yeah.
The 20th. That basically it was the 20th of November.
Mm-hmm.
And them itch on it and bring it
Yeah.
over the 24th. Which in an email not take so long.
Yeah.
I send that in 2 seconds and send it over to the next. So
That's
when,
why.
when them each pan that now and when them each pan that and do that, then we directly say some of them I try to cook up or them not have nothing and them have buy time.
Can watch the player.
Because well, I know, if you can remember the first set of statement when he come out when Kartel get sentenced the first time.
Yeah.
The first set of statement come out was in money I got done.
Yes.
That was the first that statement come out, you know. And you know why people say that? Because people have to look back at themselves and go all the way back to 2014 and look back from earlier. So this was all a plan. Because if them know say, okay, I have money for fight it. For how long you might fight it?
Yes.
And we're going to draw it out.
Yes.
And we're going to do this. And we're going to do. Remember, see, them the Kartel have Kartel hold the history for the longest thing there. Kartel hold the history for the longest trial in our
yes. Biggest trial in history too.
Maybe if I say the big, I can't want to say the longest because the way how them take long with it.
Yeah.
The trial start from
That help make it the biggest case, biggest trial too, you know, because the length of days we take on the deliberation and the whole heap of fiascos will take place and evidence and
well I know, let's show you, let's pinpoint some things with them do.
Yeah.
So here I know, this was all a plan say. If him not have no money, even if him want to appeal, he can't get it.
Yeah.
If we drain out him pocket, because they never expect him to release him all song them. Cause them say allegedly him do new song but
authorization and release of music.
Them song you do long time.
Authorization and release of music and we not say nothing different.
Right. So this is what me I say. So them feel like say them coulda when them take that money, then the money now come in back. Remember, every time you pull a van and you spend, you have to tie up back a van for savings, you know.
Yeah.
So when him goes a bam, liar, and liar say, more money, and still I maintain 7 kids, and still I help out, and still I do everything for do, them I say, okay, when we draw this is 7 year, or 4 or 5 year, the money I got done. So by the time we have fight, so now it boiled down to, alright, we upheld the sentencing. The next move is Privy Council. Yeah. Privy Council, him go some Vybz and change one the lawyer because he don't need a criminal lawyer no more. Yes. A lot of people are really, this thing is something we need to talk about because a lot of people think say, okay, is not a criminal lawyer, you know. He's a constitutional lawyer, so he might fight for your rights. Yes. He's a human rights lawyer. Yeah. So he might fight for your rights. So him on one side I fight for your rights and what the other one there? You don't remember the British lawyer there? You don't remember this? Not the British lawyer, him not forward him. We're not talking about him, we're talking about homeboy. So you have Buchanan and the next black man there. Someone in the comment section. Bert attack? Bert. So Bert still do the criminal part. Yeah. But Isaac do the rights part. Yeah. So with the criminal part, he not have nothing to do with that. He might fight for the rights. That means you're going on my phone without permission. Yes. You leak videos, voice notes. Remember, if this is not the public of court, no in America, no in England, no in the world is going to have. You're in a courthouse. So for instance, an artist over here, little baby go to court, them take away him phone. In a courthouse, they say why you phone. When they play the voice notes, you think those voice notes could have been out in the public? For public to say, okay, this was the picture when he night. When the girl they take off her clothes naked, and me have naked picture of that girl there, and naked, and you surface all of those on the internet. Tell him, man. A violation of privacy, that man. Big law, that man. Big violation, that man. And then Kartel get locked up, what, 14th of September, or August, something like that. And then 6 days after teacher's pit. 28. And then 6 days after the man phone and they call. They call. Make about 16 call and a text. And that not throw out that automatically can't use. And then base them entire case around that. That me I wonder how that get pushed to how that reach trial stage. How it reach trial stage. say you sentence me, the same phone on you sentence me. And the same phone on having on custody when somebody can play with it. And that not true what I quote.
No. Oh, it reach stage till it reach sentencing.
And then one next thing again. Because only if I think of this, but a lot of people don't understand enough. Them say one of the jury was bribing. He was offered a bribe.
Yeah.
And him tell the next jury them automatically
New jury.
that new jury because
New jury.
Here what the mindset now. You see the next 11 people where they them have to find a guilty verdict. Because you know what? If they don't find a guilty verdict, people them can't say look like they get by out.
Yes.
So that's automatically a mindset already where you have to need new jury. You still use the same one and you're aware of it. We don't understand that.
Nowhere else in the world. I don't even feel that this is going to go on at Trinidad to that. But nowhere else in the world, I don't see no proceedings like this.
And then these are the things where we still don't understand. Because there's a lot of things where we feel like say, some people are say this and some people are say that I'm want to know the right thing. Because them say when the dog bite Kartel and in the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them say, no, the taxi man them say carry my hospital. No, the same taxi man that them say him go there and say him see man life. Man lie down, lifeless in a thing.
No, the crown, yeah, the same crown witness say him go with him, cause the crown witness I say him crown witness say while being pursued by Kartel own dog bite him in the dark of the night. And then now him turn back after being pursued, after him a flee for him life, him a run for him life, this man a try to take him life. This man a pursue him, I run him down. Boom. The pit bull, the same pit bull, bite the same man we are running down for take your life, you know, be running the dog bite him and you turn back for assist this individual. And after assisting this individual, you go with him to the hospital.
And you see him do all of this, I don't want to run for him life. So why you not call the cops same time?
That's why when them see, it's when all that play out in the public eye. That's why yesterday there was no case being based around no witness. That's why them nobody use that. Them nobody focus on that.
Next part is them also say somebody in a witness protection program, who is that? And God and the witness and this and that.
No, are the same witness them still not referred to as quote unquote we. I don't hear nothing more about it. Him give about 4 different statements. There was an opening statement and one different statement. All of a sudden, we just hear people stop talking about him.
So them say him. So you tell me say. So we are going to talk some things now where we have to put in some serious perspective now on real life. Them say cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody know about cowboy, I just follow around the reason on how we catch up. Cowboy are the man when them say inform from President Dodos. Because we are going to put something up. So now tell me say, Vybz Kartel is more trouble or more criminal than President Dodos. So this man go in a court, go talk for Dodos, take this stand on him. Mm-hmm. This money I do this. Cowboy, which is a bad boy from Demon Town, do this. And then I put him in a police protect. Then I put him in a thing there. Or they put a next man next for Kartel. So
yeah.
Kartel is the richest man in a Jamaica.
And this is an entertainer.
No, hold on. So Kartel is the weakest man in Jamaica. Because if Cowboy said me, he said don't us use chainsaw and chain man and cut him up and this and that and talk about him. And you don't put this man in a protective custody. In a witness protection program. But you put a man in there for Kartel.
I'm on the hey.
Hey, Jamaica, but I like that.
It's on the state government goes.
Hold on, let me say this first. Let me say this. Not because of the artist still now, we just show people say could happen to anybody, you know.
Anybody at all.
And because of Kartel, you know, what I say. So you tell me say Kartel is more dangerous than Dodos. I just that part number one. No. Because on a rank Dodos as must say the 5th dangerousest man in the worldwide world. So Kartel they are first and second.
Most of them are trying to say because if they're not gonna put the man there in a witness protection, they're gonna put a next man in it. Then what you say?
what you say to me?
More have something play out in the public eye. We go on with the state. I mean, if I say, yo, this look like a badly scripted movie, you know.
Remember, I know, this is no story we have make up on nobody, you know. Cowboy, anybody don't know, go look it up. Cowboy from them and Tone is a bad boy too. But them warning, but in turn, from us. And him talk. And say X, Y, Z. And then no put him no put him in nothing. So that time I say, want to find private plane and big house and foreign to go make that money and move and go live. Because a cartel. That's all alone me a hear, you know. So as so far, the reason me I follow, you know.
To oh, it's when the state go to work. I saw the state go to work. And the state realize say, yo, measures get cut enough to deal with this, you know. And it will look bad upon the state. So they must start pull out all stops. But guess what go on? The teacher refused for settle. They refuse for settle. Them feel like saying that they give up. Them never know of the fighter spirit. Them never know of a warrior's mentality. So them feel like saying that say, alright, this is it for me, you know. Them put me behind the bars and I just it's like with that here. You know you're not more from Zebra them, but you don't know Zebra them charge a loose charge. But like with that say Ninja go behind the bars and just say, boy, yes some of them, you know.
Alright.
You know you're not more.
You even said that. That was the same thing when even Ninja Man, no disrespect to him, but when he was on stage, he made some crazy remarks pass against Kartel, and he was already he was going to court for
him the face fame thing. He did see him get to him.
He must say any man they are jail for stay at jail and don't do no music and rave and this and that. So this is me know say him they are trying to go on the last side, you know.
Yeah. Remember the interview there. Remember the interview.
Me know what him try to, you know, him try to go on the last side, see that, but I say, oh, him a support Kartel, so we can't give him a charge. No, they don't like none of we. Which part they don't understand? So if you don't know, you just make yourself bad. Because they don't like none of we.
And we all, if you remember say, him is what we know him for? Putting out dancehall music, ghetto people something. Him feel like them see him as nobody else. We don't know how him get that. We don't know him get that confusion in their mind.
Them see him as a poor ghetto, you come up and make some money.
Off a dancehall.
Society, yes. That's all them see all the while.
And that is why dancehall get that fight there. I see it, I'm here teacher talk about it too. Me all people make mention it. But we can see it clearly. That's why most artists get that fight there too. Because at the end of the day, it's in the music and what you represent an escape from the clutches of the system. Remember what the system saying? Without the 9 to the 5, you should not survive. You know? Because if you notice, even the people in their town decide to be entrepreneurs. We're not even calling them Igla. The people may choose to be entrepreneurs and see them going to do their own business. If you saw the system treat them.
So what are they now? Because this is where me you are now, you know. And we're going to stretch a reason a little far. Because the reason tonight some people may get offended and some people do a big Gaza people over here. But the reason tonight we're going to stretch it in all different ways. Because we want to know if the law only abides Kartel. So we are going to stretch the reason with everybody.
Yeah.
So if we name call some name, we're not get upset. That's so it go. Next case I go on now. So little thing go on up, so we have for the next artist night now, because we just have Ninja Man and Zebra. Kartel, Movado.
Yeah.
Movado case with him son or whatever. Movado today I Tuesday. Movado and some man catch up from an idea today. And the same man that we catch up with him son and him get involved and then fire shot 9 car run gas station, come back. The same man then they deny it. So police and law people down at Jamaica won't not tell me say that I don't know if you do with him, because that's a part of the one if the Kartel do and something like that happen, that you do with Kartel. But I don't know if you do with him. Now we find Vybz note nice son phone say the boss wanting head. The next you today with the son say the boss is the man they will run gone back and forth. Me not hear when I say I don't want him.
No extradition order and sign and them now ask for the request for America send him forward.
Don't get it wrong, you know, me now wish no jail.
Yeah, we don't wish jailhouse for nobody. Anybody we have problem with, we see them in the streets.
Yeah, but just I say it out me see like so what happened to the rest of people in the world? I can't tell I don't face them something here. Why? Because him write a book and tell you the truth about Jamaica. nobody wasn't brave enough to speak. I what? Me not understand. So
Persecution.
We are really both enslaved them for real.
A persecution.
Freedom of speech. So this is what we want to know. Back to the case again, it's our next thing. So you're telling me with all them loophole and all them something right now them Digicel give them 2 CD.
Yeah.
Them say they can't find one. What you mean?
So all them so scared for release the 2 devices when them can't even keep the evidence with them off. Them will make it look like say, oh, other people are incompetent. When them on phone and make call.
Jaden, alright, when them upheld the sentence, June, when? Wanna help me people. April,
Yeah.
when? Wanna help me out.
Gaza Nation, when the 3-judge tribunal at the appeal stage decide to uphold the initial conviction. Usually, July, you know.
No, man, July.
June.
June or April, I don't remember who that March. One of them something. Wanna help me Gaza Nation, come in remember.
Talk to me in the comment section.
Because we ever say something now and we ever
Love of Life, when them choose it? When was the date when them did give out that day? April the 2nd, someone say.
Alright, that's a time fool, they might try to trick you. But here one now. You see when them do that? Notice well somebody say April 3rd, April 2nd. It don't matter, same time.
Zaka said 3rd.
So here what happened? Notice what them do. Remember say 6 months before that. Before pandemic, anything with it.
Yeah, cause during them time they know.
Hold on, I'm gonna get a joke. Before the COVID forward, notice what them do? Them give a date on the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Know why they give a date on the COVID? I say if you follow the reasoning.
We mustn't get them could go on during them time, man.
Hold on, no. Let me tell you what them do. HBO.
Yeah, remember say yo. Remember say them that document the whole play, man.
Documentary on it when you go back to the court to go face them and they go on the streets and ask the people. Remember this is HBO, you know. This is a worldwide international station now, you know. I'm gonna cover this, you know. So it's gonna be on HBO. We're gonna watch everybody in the world, I'm gonna watch how them treat the man now, you know. Jamaica star shit. You know the plan was to release Kartel. But you HBO don't get a chance to come down. Why? HBO don't get a chance to forward because of COVID. So them can't forward down, them say, drop it now. Remember saying never give the date, you know.
Yeah.
And they get the date like
And it declare say yo during them time there, it declares say cause even if the decision was for uphold the initial conviction, when they made that decision then, was it a rush decision? Because how long we wait for the decision for making it, even before the whole situation we are going worldwide, it reach to the extent where they reach when even our country they dep on a lockdown settings. Them could have give it
No, I don't. Put the state of emergency and everything aside. Just listen to what we are saying. The man them use any HBO was there, Kartel and yard to the day. Me not ask, they don't want the words that can remember, you know, birth, I got talk every single thing what they do, you know.
Yeah, man. Cause when we say document the whole thing, you know, means that them are going to show what lead up to it reach right as saying.
Remember, I interview Burke before him going up.
Yeah, man. I lead it, I don't want lead up.
And Burke, I was say, well, them use vice notes, them will find the DNA, them will find the body, them destroy the man house, them do this, them do that. Oh, you can say you want evidence to destroy the house. This me not understand. What about this radios?
Fuck.
So on a whole heap of answers now, on a whole heap of things for answer to. We want to know if one say it happened at the house, because the man tell us say in the house it happened, and you say in the house that one tell Jonathan people say, why you destroy the biggest evidence, which is the house?
I want to tell you say when them go there was no forensics there. The whole black light, the whole light, them they know the black light settings, they lack of light, and use the black light to see bodily fluids. There was none there.
This is what I'm saying.
There was none there.
If there's no DNA find, I know nothing. Remember, I know. I don't think Jamaica people is skilled like that to even clean up a place after Cause DNA flash go on a ceiling, you know. People don't know them something, you
Yeah,
know.
you have to have
When tell people
for you clean up back a scene, you would have to black light it yourself. So you'd have to go do the same procedure like what them do for
brother,
search
brother,
for
it can
clean
take
it.
hours, years clean up a scene. So you are telling me, so I'm tell you something, brother, he's not strong a year. When that forensic forward, they will find some itch up on one piece of fan, some itch up right there, so they will find anything. And that alone. So you are telling me, say, them claim a prayer so good enough fight, not that it's not no not never go on then, brother.
Not go on,
So
not
all of
take
this and
place.
so we say, these were the things where they go release to the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
And them say blood clot, they will let him go. Them plans let him go in the way, so when the COVID them say, drop it right here so now. Cause H nobody can fly. HBO
No
can't come right
gathering, no
there.
public gathering
Yeah.
can't take place.
Drop it right now. You drop it in a and the only man case this go through in a I think in a whole Jamaica. Everybody else case
Everybody is paused. And them are gonna tell me say at two people at two long them it have it delay and it was highly anticipated and then why you choose to give it that time there.
Brother, look at this. Me know people where charge you triple murder and get bail. Got court 2 times and get bail. Listen to what me just said to you, you know.
Yeah.
Triple murder. Remember say him can't run away because him is a nobody, you know.
Yeah.
Him can't do anything, you know. He can't go jump boat and come and foreign anything. And Kartel is a known public figure. A known public figure.
Known worldwide.
You don't have the evidence for anybody. You do not give no bail. Just tell me no. You could have surrendered them documents. Although you could take away everything from him already because he can't fly. Only can go a small island. So you could have surrendered them documents. You could have
Yes.
everything. He can't run away. How Kartel go run away? My partner can't go for this. Kartel can't go either Mars.
Right now I'm gonna see where the teacher will go. Where nobody no recognize him.
You come back and you see him say no. I said Kartel can't hide by Tesseract. Because the alien them know.
Up move loyal soldier, blessings and respect my G.
Me say up at Tesseract them know him up. They cannot hide up there. Before they mention something, how they can go up there, 2 ill and I'll tell life on him and them have to come back down and say, I hope you everybody in the world and the universe know this man. Where am I going to hide, brother? Just tell me, where am I going to hide?
A reality.
Me see, the X6 man get deal and that.
Yeah.
Running from camera when he kill the youth. Me see, different man when me know as me say charge with triple murder when people see and know say he did and he get deal. Kartel's a superstar. Superstar.
Fox.
And he tell me say him couldn't get deal. What you tell me say? Kartel could have put up in any amount of house him up and vehicle and money and every run off who seize every asset. And you tell me say who no give no deal. Who no cook this then? Me soon get area leader bail. Area leader me soon give bail.
Reality.
Area leader me soon give bail and we now make up a story upon them and we now have a call.
Now we call him name, but people know of it.
Me soon give area leader bail, brother. The first thing we do a holy man and throw 3 murder upon him. No, they nobody ever stick. But just because you don't want it to look drastic when you go in front of the court. Then, when you come back out a year after, Kartel is involved or is mastermind 50 murders. Jesus Christ.
When I tell the man them say, oh, I tell the man them say, 90% of what go on. Yeah, man them say 90% of what go on at Portmore. And the teacher.
Stop talking about Portmore with that country.
Yo, the man them blame everything. One time it's like if people that book them too. They must say a cartel fault.
I listened to an interview with Twins and Twitter, man. And the man said something, the man say, when Kartel does go to jail, it come like Kartel is the first man kill a man in
the world.
The thing them say a Kartel. The man have one day if I really Jamaica this will live in everything will happen them say a Kartel.
See the man say 100. When I tell the man that say, oh, 100 settings, 100 ray. It's you responsible for. All of a sudden.
Kartel sing a song. A Kartel make girl a breed at that age. Before that, woman a breed at 16, 15 them age before me and your man. But a Kartel highlight it. So So Kartel will go back and repeat the girl, don't fucking at the school bus, come and go back and sing back a song now and tell them, say, why them a blame me fit or no D?
Simple.
General D is the first Jamaican artist bleach. General D.
Yeah.
Mansa Shock. No people don't know that. Mansa Shock, them are the first set of man they bleach. Any fact man have bleached a long time before Kartel. But Kartel bleach and a Kartel rap. Kartel was never the first man to have a tattoo, but Kartel put on a tattoo. He might lead the youth them astray. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Like, what really at one? So that means that the man cannot know anything at all. Oh, Kartel this. Kartel by the Benz, and Banner Jamaica want to have Benz. Can I come like them? People they have Benz before, but through Kartel have it. Oh, a Kartel them and follow. What the fuck? So you can't do nothing.
No, they don't want to teach you do.
Class, they burn down arcade. Because they want to teach you all like class. They walk one. They must say you have to get rid of that brother. Yeah, he have a vice and we don't like it.
Yeah. And him have a vice, but him also have a brain. So most people, especially, because watch out, it's an entertainment scene. I always notice this. It's either entertainers are easily persuaded or them not have a mind of their own. Vybz Kartel are the first, are among the first, the only set a dancehall artists or artists overall, entertainers overall, who must say actually have a brain for themselves. Certain things them choose for talk about, certain statements to him make. This is an individual who actually read the paper for himself. I watch documentaries for himself. I do the research for himself. So them never like that. See that alongside a platform where you can actually go talk about where you find out. It is all good and well for me and know we know uncle. But you see, we start tell people, and they say problem arise.
Voilà. You see what them do now? Them try to destroy. So somebody just say it, I never remember that part here. Them try to destroy credibility.
Yes.
So you know what them say? Kartel inform and make over 17 gun. Kartel tell who the gun. This is now where them are say no. So them are say Kartel start inform from the bad man then. And then we just go all 17 gun. And 17 gun go all a Kartel give it them. Okay, so you tell me say Kartel like you and people and I get and I'm gonna get guns off the street and I inform from 30 bad man I want it man. I wanna give 35 years.
He might do all of this. He might do all of this out of the goodness of him heart. Even while him have an attorney, he might do all of this out of the goodness of him out of him heart without having no plea deal. Without there having been any plea deal. Because they've never yet said no plea deal accepted by nobody. Let me try half a one to Storm and Storm say no want a plea deal because I know him innocent. Bert did point it out.
I remember them something else for long. The man them say, Kartel give a 30 bad man. He make everyone like that them dead. And he give a 17 gun and them still give 35. So that means say, if they never get 17 gun and 30
how much him get?
They would have give 100 a year.
How much him get?
Somebody else calling ya man. Come here, start working. I go on the same program.
What move, Mama G, man? You know you think of?
Alright.
One Nation, my general. You know you think of my uncle, man. But a facts. Them blame everything will take place. When the teacher get convicted, I start realize about wait. Same thing them try with Emily's part of Turkey. Everything, all of these cases will take place. First and foremost, when you put out a public statement like that, is a clear assault on the artist's character. Because for one, just like said, if this is the case, when they bring a case before, which not matriculating or nothing, it end up blowing on the face, puffing into smoke. So not for load that one day. When you start focus on a situation now, we want to cook up something and get the teacher behind the bar's feet. When you start saying responsible for 100 different situations. So some out of them vague that you couldn't bring him a quote on none of them other one. Eh? So that means you have even less evidence from them on it as well because what them never exist just like that one. Eh? But you couldn't even nowhere near try to prove or build a story around that. So you just put that out as a public statement for attack the artist's credibility, attack him character, and to defame the artist. Because I tell you a long time, I try for. You see the influence of your uncle I reasoned about a while ago. As I point out, the artists have a voice. The artist has a platform. The artists have a dominance. Them realize this. You can't have all of these things now. These things come with the celebrity status. When you're a celebrity, you don't know you have the IG pages, you have the platform, you have the interviews, you know what I mean? You have all of that. So you can make a statement and people listen. What them like for the noise. Strategically, if you see the hip hop scene or any other major world scene, them always get this manager. And whether it's you meet the manager before fame or you meet the manager after fame, the manager is there to tell you what to do and what not to do. Because what will affect your brand. Because people like to talk about that in this day and age. What will affect your brand. Now the teacher was an individual who was not only the manager for himself, but the manager for other artists. He know the style. He know the techniques. The teacher decides, so what you know what go on? We're not going to be bullied. We're not going to be pressured. We will not be persuaded. Or persuaded rather. For go against the same set of people who put we where we are. The teacher do it for dancehall music and enough people don't want to talk about that, you know. And some artists about them want the crown and some artists want this and them want this one Ray. Up move call you live. No ladder with a name general, you know the thing already, man.
I go and check in the reason and say, oh, you're calling and
Blessings and respect for that, Mama General, man. You know the thing, man. Talk show settings, man. One's them for calling, man. The call lines there for that, you know.
January 16th set away, me I tell you,
yo, my G, man. Yo, the thing.
But the thing will strike me most still, I don't know how Jamaicans don't really see what's going on and really understand what's going on like, in a real like, culture. For example, you know, Vybz Grange,
yeah.
Minister of Security, Horace Chan.
Yeah.
When people don't really see the documents where American government are funding people there.
The files. The dossier them with them have. Because some people know so the CIA have dossiers for our local politicians and ministry officials too. You know. Some people don't know, you know. And England, MI5, MI6 have it too, you know.
So it's like people really know themselves, they don't know Minister of Security. Minister of people that have the title of most honorable involving organized crime. Or Jamaicans wouldn't really know what organized crime mean, or some wouldn't really know what organized crime mean.
It's in the media, my G. Me say this. It's in the media. It's because the media is owned. And the people who own these different media outlets, because we only have a few, you know. And majority of the media outlets are umbrella. So you know like how Gleaner own.
Monopoly business.
Eh?
Monopoly business.
Yeah, monopoly. So you find say yo, a company own a company own a company there. So for you know the people I'm in charge of that company there. Certain story not running. I said earlier on when the live start. Some people as I point out say, but yeah, the ODPP charge some big name people in some high profile situation. But I say if you don't notice say it's either them get a slap on the wrist, meaning say it's either them get some fine or them actually get to walk free completely. Are you just not hearing nothing more about these proceedings? It's like oh eh?
Or they must bury it.
Yeah, they must bury it, man. You hear nothing more about it. And then the next look, you're probably there at a hotel and you see somebody come in a restaurant and that same man the way you think say, yo, they are prison. They're not prison. They're not prison. They are road.
Even other day, I see it's TVG run a score with them. I say, I think a 95 billion yearly lost to corruption and them something. So it's like the average man they really knows them something. They're high crime, like you know, really say a big crime. Imagine the amount of infrastructure that 95 billion can do.
You see in the country, I'm noticing them like for give the talk of crime and violence without actually proving the entire narrative. What spawn and spread the crime and violence?
When I cut the general, speaking of crime and violence, is a thing called ethics and ethical procedure.
Yes.
No matter how much man a gunman kills, The police not supposed to go over there and kill them.
No.
It's in general.
No.
And the average Jamaican know what them think. They have ethical procedure. You see the whole cartel case, for example. Nothing ethical about this. None of the DPP at about. Or she don't really understand the word mean with fair certificate and all that fair years of study.
Yeah, like she still don't know.
In a real life, in general. So when you look on a case like this and now, and you see all of them are following things in that man, and that man will come and say, oh, you know, say, video release and medicine advice note, in guilty man, isn't it? I mean, see, oh, them say you come like a foolishness. They say police go over so and kill much of somebody and say, oh, you come back and ask me, look, it's special, I mean, it's no special, isn't it? But I say, them innocent in the jail, but my point is, make it public, sentence them, not sentence them, make it public, find them guilty and not guilty, because that's the jury that defy, isn't it? And people are going to say, a judge find them guilty, you know.
In the privy council stage, different from in our trial stage. In our trial stage, you're judged by what? 12 of your peers, 12 or 13 of your peers. As to what them system. So basically, that's 12 citizens for your country.
Privy council are different.
No, appeal stage, we mean for say. No, appeal stage, we mean for say. Appeal stage, appeal court, we mean for say.
When they come out here, I understand what you mean. Just to clarify what you mean, so we can get a bit of comprehension. It just means that them just observe and analyze the evidence and based on the evidence them give them.
In our appeal court.
Even though they are even though them are judge and so them can't abuse them power either. Because judge in Jamaica abuse them power. Clearly we see that.
Clearly we see.
You know about law, because you be intellectual topics and that, but you know about law, so you can't say them abuse them power more than one occasion.
More than one occasion.
We can't believe that. Black people, we need to start read some
more let me say something, man. Even when we have all them live reasoning topic and me even premeditate some of the things that we are reasoning about. I mean I say, you know, say yo, locally is almost like say yo, it's a big show going. Like you have some time we talk about the law and we use the law to a T, and then you have a time we just turn off the TV now and we start deal it a different type of way. And then when the camera's on again, we deal it one type of way. It's almost like a one law for one set of people and one law for a different set of people. And in a certain countries, they may say one law for the black, one law for the white. But out there, another color your skin. And some of the time I don't even know about the money in your bank book. I just classism, social status, acceptance, not acceptance. Eh?
And just to point out a thing we say one law for the black and one law for the white. In a real life still, see black people when they get acquainted with the law.
Yes.
Isn't it? You know, that's true. Live in a world, get acquainted with the law.
That's true.
Nothing above the law. Yes, I'm general.
That's true.
We're sure this is a real experience, real knowledge. Yeah. No matter which part in the world you get locked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're entitled to your phone call.
Yes.
And after a certain period, when you serve your detention, where law set say that the amount of duration time you spend before you get charged, you're supposed to come back here.
Yeah.
And after you get charged, the law have a certain amount of time where if you go before a court.
Yeah. Present it.
When you go before a court, present it before the court, they get the summons, they go before the court. By law, you're supposed to get bail and they're supposed to have a certain amount of reason to can detain you. So you cannot come here.
Most commonly if it's a flight risk. Most commonly.
So I just go to jail and police lock you up and rate it there, but if you don't know the law, you don't have law. Okay, can they foreign?
Yeah.
Black man walking up. And police just see and target you and just harass you. Because you're just an average black man, you don't know your law, isn't it? But me, I just know me want to go home my business. Me now pray, me. And you don't know, so we know from where you had man we smoke. You know, me have to read and pack that go home my business. Me not look on it. I feel no problem, me not look on it. And how much years over here, so me never get stopped yet.
We know what him we know what him we know what him can do by law. We know say him can go out time way, you know. But we know the law to the point where you can say to him, say, watch you know. I can't profile you, I profile me through my black.
Alright, the original.
You don't have no stop and frisk. If you live in a state where you don't have stop and frisk, you can't want go in my pocket.
You can't.
So me have my weed for me, but you can't go know that now because you profile me because through my black you stop me. And then now you want frisk. You know no stop and frisk depending upon the state where you're there.
Depending upon the state where you're there.
So once you know, as we say,
encounter with police, once we encounter the police with the yard, I exercise my right first, isn't it?
Yeah. You see, so locally, when I say take place locally is that it's a breakdown of a whole heap of things. Because between me and you, there are instances when I hear people talk about where it's almost like the officer with them there on never really know the law themselves. Because there are instances where I'm going to say more than one officer upon the scene. And an incident that take place and I'm going to talk and I say something and basically advise him right and express himself saying know the right. While the officer I'm going to deal with, or if you get loud and boisterous, it also become an argument. Is the next senior officer step in and say Ray and deal and diffuse the situation because what? Him oversee and realize say yo, that person I'm going to deal actually know what I'm saying. But it's almost like the other officer, either him don't know, I feel like say boy, I don't know. People feel like say other people just don't know. So the officer himself don't know the law and he might assume say we, the civilians, don't know the law neither. So they must say, alright, stop you. Pull your trunk. Pull your trunk. If you pull my trunk on a routine stop, I don't understand this. You can't just pull my trunk. My trunk can't pull on a routine stop. I don't know if you give me a ticket. I don't know what the case be. How I motivate you for my trunk? Oh, my trunk can't open, Virgin. Base power. I don't need to come out of my car neither. You say you want to see my documents. I don't need to leave my vehicle for you to see my documents. You come to my vehicle. You don't need to come out. I don't need to pull my door so you can peep inside. Remember saying that if me come out of my car, you can see something in plain view, you know. Then you have the right to move forward from this based on your assumptions. Based on that, because you represent the law. People them like to act like say they are the law, but no, they are the law. They might represent the law at that moment in time. They are the law. Because they don't write none of the laws that they might enforce. At no point in time, there is never a consideration from the public nor from any security force when laws are being made. Laws are written by politicians. So them are the law. They must represent the law at that moment in time. No, they don't pass no form of legislation. Them just get topic in the morning and them have them little ray and them say what you know, this is how we are do. These are the people we are look for. Objective for the day. You go and go do what you are do. What do you with traffic, get for them traffic ray and them go out upon that. They don't know what them are do. And enough of them as I'm tell you. Them don't know the basic aspects of the law. And I same thing with most citizens as a whole. That's why there should be a awakening for true, you know. A whole mindset of people get familiar with the laws of the land. You know, in the country where they there, in the Caribbean, or there overseas. Get familiar with it so you can know.
If you don't know the law, you don't have no rights at all.
Reality. And you have to know where you are go wrong so that's you don't go wrong. More you have to know where you... Eh?
And that's also come them have a hard time with Kartel case in the general. And I'm saying that Kartel is a very intellectual person.
Yes.
You see me? That's how come them have such a hard time. It's not like it's an E that them are there with.
Yes.
Yes. Them are there that person with no law, not just locally but international law, isn't it? Yes.
They might try to silence the artist voice.
And I'm remember saying that I'm not just making lawyer alone and deal with the case. I'm bringing case as well.
Me never know of an individual. I have never know of an individual. Remember, you know, it's a job for him, you know, or your life. So no matter how him feel like him have follow up the case and him have what them call the younger lawyers, them work for the bigger lawyer them. No matter how much of them you feel like you have on the case no more important to them than to the teacher himself. So of course he must follow every turn, every move we make, every decision we take place.
I think give instruction as well, like you know, say you are going boss here, that's the way I do everything, you know, that's the way I do it. So I have to know him do. Because I don't know, I remember 2013, at that time I never live here still. I go to college that time.
Yeah.
That time I contacted the case. I remember every transcript will come out of court at that time. It's read them online.
Yeah.
I remember doing lectures one time I pay court case documents I read.
Yeah.
I didn't pay no attention to general. When the vice note them release and the video release, isn't it? I'm reading the vice note them and I say, how can I hack it back? It's like them when I want to quote it. You see we teach I'm not free because you don't know
the whole world. It's in the whole world, see.
Everybody that, isn't it? That everybody in the college say, yo, teacher go free, and that's everybody say, yo, teacher go free, isn't it? It's everybody who work college say, yo, isn't it?
Yo, when we see when we see what them have as evidence. When we see what them have as evidence, me I say, but is that me I say come like I do some money in state want. That me start praying, me I say come like state just want some money. Because nobody. No forensics.
You know, so me never pray like that still look up. Remember, me message on a high level. Come there, me I say, yo, in real life, you know, Kartel do this song when say, me depend 2-year remands, 2 year me a face. And I say, next court date the next year, February, that a fuck. Remember that time, in court case they put off the next year, February, isn't it? And then one time they must say, yo, 35 years, I say, everything taught the teacher, someone teacher play them people.
We can't go into detail about that song there too far still, you know. We can't go into detail too far upon that song there. But that song there they kind of make for somebody, you know, you see me? We'd actually face similar situations at the time, you know what I mean? Quite ironically, that individually.
You know, so when I think outside the box and you bring the case into you, you know, you conspiracy in general, isn't it? It's about a theory, you know, that theory is it.
And so prolific is the teacher. That's why the Vybz Kartel are one of the best artists me that say. I'm not just limit him to dancehall music because so vivid is the lyrical content that, as we say, during the stages of the trial and when you hear about the sentence, you say, but remember all the song there, so vivid, so real. You know what I mean? Yeah.
A fans fan day one, isn't it? Then
so vivid.
Positive tune. Get to life and tune.
Yeah.
Life sweet, life living, emerge. I mean, the teacher they beat out them time in the general. I pay back the teacher. Remember, the teacher is back. Remember
Yeah. I mean, remember that one, the man.
I beat them tune. They ring out in the general. Say, I say teacher from 2000, early 2003.
Yeah, man.
Remember, everybody must have some of that community. We just remember every teacher, Japanese DJ, them better go for them.
Yeah.
Come straight up to 2010, 11, isn't it? And I say, boom, you can't believe you them do a teacher like that. I say, yo, look how much you get to use the man, because you know, like those people in Boston, but I about get to use like me, you realize, you know, real life, if you grow up, you know, and you touch the music, you get educated.
Yeah, you can use.
You can make it in a life, isn't
them try, you were going with dancehall music for years, entertainment, and in entertainment industry. You know, a time when you don't know the media was what it was at that point in time. So the only time in that era entertainer story was when them either do a biography or one them style a documentary there or one them style a interview there where them actually get to tell them story. Vybz Kartel in the age where the teacher boss in that millennium, you find say yo news it start to circulate that much more faster. You know what I mean? So even when the teacher found out with the type of music, I remember much of footage I sang. Some people feel like Vybz Kartel just get prolific, you know. It's when Bunty bring out Vybz Kartel for the first time at Skateland, me a youth them either me a youth or me no born. I never remember, but I think me born. I think me a youth though. I think me a youth. Little youth. I think something like that. Anyway. Yeah man, I think that go on about teacher bus boat. Him like to say 03, but I really 02. And this take place in a 01.
Teacher get the underground bus in 2001.
Yeah. So this happened about 2000 then. This happened about 2000. So them telling me a youth. But him bring him out a scale and I want show. I think some only for people from guard man them dead and some matches dead man and some more people from town. I think Skateland. Skateland where they behind
Teacher bus long before 2003, 2002.
yeah man, him just like for say it up and it pan, you know what I mean, for class the T's and that the eyes. But it's a song about extradition. When watch the footage, it's a song about extradition. Teacher talk about it. I mean I say yo, you know say teaching a prolific.
And still, no.
Recently, yeah, me I say you say teacher not just get prolific. The teacher prolific for him a sing Fatu man. I just show people they've not pre the concept and when I tell people about why him a choose a Fatu man. They've not pre it now. Someone overseas, which by they know, you're supposed to see that style and know the reason why all a man overseas now. They say, oh, want a Fatu man. You know what I mean? So even them time they it prolific.
Enemy is necessary.
It's even from them time the teacher is prolific, people just never really it pre the thought process. And the songs them never really that go out to the people. Yeah, them couldn't overs what the teacher forward with. But the teacher was an artist with not only gain the platform, but they also have an intellect. And as you may ever hear them are saying in movies, because them sometimes the directors and the writers who write these movies and them actually are giving the same thing like a Vybz Kartel at the same time. Put some gems, some hidden gems in the movies. If you hear, you hear. But me ever hear them say a mind, a powerful mind, that also something with them eating. It's not just the voice, you know, because we can corrupt the voice.
With certain movies and things, you have to dissect it if you understand the message.
So, you always have some subliminal messaging in our movies. The teacher give it in the music continuously. What heap of subliminal messages. But them always say, oh, the mind, a powerful mind or something with the system, you know, we can use different words to describe the powers that be. But we could also say the system. The system hate a powerful mind. It's not just about the voice and the platform. Any celebrity can be considered as an individual with a voice and a platform. Eh?
I mean, brother, can you go on now? It's a true influence come from the mind, brother.
Yes.
True influence connect towards the mind. Right, you have a thing, you have a scientific thing called all mind, you get me?
Yeah.
But that's it, all things connect through consciousness.
Yeah.
Yes, and your consciousness can influence a next person or a next individual or being consciousness.
Fuck.
You get me? And true power lies within influence.
Yeah.
You see me?
I know so that's a very yeah, you know say
consciousness.
it's a profound statement that for real. True power lies in influence for real. You know? Cause you see persuasion, all of these are the words that we're gonna use to describe a scenario. You see without that influence, can you go on? Well, if people forward out and put out prolific music while they not do their music. As the Vybz Kartel himself say, he not listen to Bounty or he not listen to Buju. Him say him feel like there's so creativity it stop. He never say him say never know say he have another artist we go forward out we're more creative than Buju. Him himself I think that while him would have be that artist we go forward out and do it, you know. Just to put it into perspective, you know. So yeah, him himself say it, man. A Vybz Kartel himself said. Him have it in a song. You know, I think I know the same song with no, not the same song with that but him have it in a song pan way up on an album. And I think the same teacher is back. And the same album. Yeah, the same teacher is back. With Stephen M. They do.
Remember when I can't remember say who the boss and the walk for this year,
yeah, well, I must say, I never know more the boss.
I never know more. Yo, that's why I sometimes see some comment on YouTube and I say, in a real life, you know, I can't really so corrupt people is to make a remarks like that in a real life. In general.
Some people dark more wild, man.
When I talk about dance and music in general, Jamaicans will live a yard. Even me used to live in Jamaica, me never did know say so dance and intervention and so big.
Yes. I would travel for real, you know, so I'm not go around,
You see enough artists who supposed to know, enough artists who supposed to know, they don't know big dancer is like no. Enough riot, you know.
No, a reality.
And even though they make one of you chick, they don't really start flying in general.
A real talk. Because it's when we go overseas for real. Not just the nostalgic vibes about the Caribbean or about your country where you're missing. When you see the love and the appreciation what some regular people have. Some people some of them they ever travel come here yet, you know. That amazes me, you know. Yo, it's when I see how people will love Jamaica will never actually go there yet. And I ask me, say, yo, so you live near the beach, you can just go up on the beach. And I say, I don't live that close, but you have beach in close proximity where we can go. And some things that them even not tell me about the country. Me I say they don't even know that. And they must say, yo, either them have somebody where they go there and them see it through music or music one of the thing we export the culture to, you know. Some people they even know that it's a music
That's why I
help
say,
export the
understand.
culture.
I did this since I said this about music and the culture, I see this thing with reggae.
Yeah,
So in general, before we touch on the topic,
yeah,
we know this person from Somalia, isn't it?
yeah,
And we introduce him to two reggae songs, two Damian Malik. You know, so most of the reggae songs
Yeah.
they have a portrayal from Africa, isn't it? Just
Yeah.
because what reggae is like a different thing, reggae and dancehall, isn't it?
yeah,
They come back to reggae and say, yo, that's some sick stuff, you know.
Yeah.
They take me back some of those stuff, you get me?
I said,
I say, yeah, man, we'll break down some more, you see me?
yeah,
And I say, yeah, man, and then other day I see this new reggae artist come out in general and
yeah,
we never like a visualize video because normally
Yeah.
reggae don't have no glamour, no high care and no that reggae is just natural.
yeah, as best. Yeah, try to keep it natural as best.
You see me? The landscape have a similarity to Africa, you see me?
Yeah, they keep it natural.
And if I that the way that they try market reggae in our work, you can't not do that with reggae. People love reggae for what it is, you see me?
But you see, even at that statement where you make, but you know, say even at that statement where you make, you see it, them would have try for market reggae. Took, if I say them a put glamour in it, anything we say them put glamour in it, means them a try market it to the millennials. People were born at 2000 going forward, we are about 1920 now. And also people who are fans of a different genre of music, mainly hip hop and that kind of glamorous culture, whether it be pop to car, pop just mean popular music, me you know that. Plus which part you know the settings. So why them would try market dancehall to that demographic? You know, say because them still see dancehall as that uncontrolled music where just mostly ghetto people into. Notice it.
And the thing is, then I need to do that need because the only thing when they do that, you know, you touched on topic earlier and the people when they can control. I remember saying more and more people. They must say in the 90s, more people can read and write now than the 90s.
Yes.
I know people in understand, so enough of them artists that can they read and write, brother. You see me? And
True.
the few we are come up now, them independent and stuff, you
Yes.
see me? But they can control them artists, then they can control the manipulation and the narrative and the agenda forward when they are trying to push.
Yes. So without actually saying certain things, cause some people might get offended if I get a statement certain way, but there's a reason why them choose to push more reggae artists in this day and age than to even look upon the dancehall industry.
Enough dancehall artists independent and earning, man.
Enough people don't say, enough people don't realize, as I said, that independent, this is dancehall upon a whole as a movement right now, different from VP. And as I may ever point out, after Spice statement about VP, we don't feel like no dancehall artist will even make contact with the label. You know what I mean? Yeah, if they even reach out to you, unless you're in a particular situation, but they don't feel like you have to answer VP call. But anyway, other than VP, we know no other major label. And we know say, yeah, Shensi get a label deal recently. We know Shabadi getting deal at the time. Who's the artist? We don't know if it's about Sean Paul more. It's hard to put him in that category. But we know of him too. We know them couple artists that thing go. But for the better part.
About 4 years back as well.
Yeah.
Album deal.
But for the better part, majority of the popping dancehall artists and the artists who carry the energy and carry the vibe for majority of the years are the artists that forward up and rise to prominence, have them hit song and run the place. For the better part, them independent. The closest thing them will come to a deal is signing some form of management deal or some form of label deal with a producer who probably never actually have a major label but just have an independent label where you link go through the right channels, get Zojak them and put the music on the right channels and them split the money or them divide the money based on all the sales of the song. Whether it be on digital platforms or most music sell now on digital platforms. It's hard for you to find a hard copy of anybody's song. I know it's hard for you to find a hard copy of nothing. You know what I mean? Like most things digital right now. So other than for the better part, dancehall is still an independent source of music. But watch the play. Majority of reggae artists from Bob Marley days have been signed to a record label. Big up to Bob Marley and the whole Marley family. And Tough Gang there, Junior Gang have Get to Youth International. And who knows which other label them own shares, you know. But without that Island Records thing, do you think Bob Marley would be as big as Bob Marley is today? Chris Blackwell them market Bob Marley music to the right channels, you know. Him carry go to Europe or England and certain places, you know, man.
That's the next thing where we need to get acquainted with marketing.
Yes.
Yes, the world boss it here about the marketing music, the way want it to market. You know what I'm saying? It's a marketing genius that I'm just straight to that, brother.
But tell you, say every teacher was allowed to bring certain visions we might have, make it into a reality. Even the amount of income being generated, the amount of tax dollars, the majority of these companies would have generate, I would not normal on the ground. Because if Ray and Neville and these major alcohol beverages make certain amount of money over the much years now with them established and pay how much workers and create how much employment. Just imagine what would have gone on in this day and age. I'm sure I think. I today I watch a documentary. You see Armand the Brignac, the S of Spades. You see when Jay-Z got the place where make Armand the Brignac, it was a champagne where they made shelf. They made actually a plan for discontinue for make it. Know what I mean? It was a I think I remember it was a cheap champagne where they make. It's as Jay-Z that promote Crystal and then they make a statement that talk about some people and Jay-Z said the opportunity and him decide to say yo him stop drink Crystal and Ray and start to say yo it's a spades him go. During that time he made have a endorsement contract. You know what I mean? Him when people that say him have the endorsement contract, him strategically said no him not endorse it and you know what I mean for maintain the credibility saying him just like how it tastes and that's why I big it up. Boom, it skyrocket. Be people start drink it. When I point in time, I don't remember much 1,000 feet. Out there at one point it must reach $500 a buckle. Means that during them time they about 50,000, 60,000 feet out there, a buckle. A cheap champagne. Know what I mean? That are just marketing at its finest, you know. A buckle of cheap champagne. I think it must cost at most for make it and ship it to America must be $60 the buckle value or $30, something like that it value. And it starts selling at clubs for $250 in North America. Till the point where it reach a point where as I tell you it go as much as $5 a buckle depending on which club you in. When the man them put the sparkler them on it and wrap the little gold tin foil around the buckle. That are marketing at its finest. Now when the teacher goes to the boom and say yo Street Vybz as the dancehall king, the most prolific dancehall artist. And that start take effect internationally, where people start see this liqueur as the dancehall liqueur. You know how much billions of dollars of revenue that I bring coming to this island?
It's a Street Vybz box on my head and it run in.
You'll get, let me say, get some street, get some sanitary cup.
Yeah, party get justic. Everybody want the party get justic, brother. Come on, man. Everywhere, party want to get justic.
What's in a places like the UK? What's in a places like the UK in a way? What's all this time of year where winter forwarding and people want all the warm, people want something warm in them system. Remember, you know, a rum this is a whiskey, you know. You must have a rum settings and a whiskey, you know. So what thing overproofed, you know, man. While some people think regulated to 50% alcohol at max. We are going to 65 and 67. Party get drastic after this, you know, man. At 65 and 67, you know.
Party get just either 55 or 67, man.
I think about 67. All them settings there. A trouble night, man. Fire in every buckle. Fire in every buckle, I tell you.
Because really for them, and then on them enough liquor company, enough rum business is a $1 billion industry, you know?
$1 billion. And them do it with, it's a real name for them, the Red Stripe them. We call them established brands. So, them and Appleton them, and the ones where we come from Ireland, them give you a nostalgic vibe. So even while we're overseas, when we see it, like when you see a buckle of Rain Navy, you think Jamaica. For the amount of years where it has existed as a brand of rum from the island. So people just see it and it just represents something to their mind. Yeah, it just, like you see a red stripe. If you see a buckle of Rain Navy, a buckle of Appleton, and a buckle of red stripe, and it's Jamaica you start thinking about, as long as you're overseas. Because if you're there at Jamaica, you already know where you're there. But if you're there anywhere else in the world, you see the settings there, them couple buckle there. Right away, you start thinking about beach, Jamaica. Depending upon where you forward from, you start thinking about different aspects of the island. But that is what it represents. So, them a work based off of marketing as well, but the facts of them established so long that them a market based off of word of mouth. The fact that me see my father drink that. Now I mean, me see my uncle drink that. Me see my bridging father, my bridging uncle drink that. So, you know what I mean? Me know of it. But in this day and age, yeah, it's a traditional type of cultural vibe. But you see, for street vibes to the effect where it take in a such short space of time, we realize if the teacher they get for do that the right way, I would have trouble. Plus, we'd have clothing and apparel. I want to know so that play a big role right now in a merchandise just play a big role for any artist, any entertainer overall, and any major genre like hip hop.
Any celebrity.
Yeah, any celebrity. If I have a piece of merch, look on Rihanna right now. Rihanna so confused, she don't even know when she gonna do music again. Fenty blow her mind. She never know she gonna make so much money, you know. It's a me not surprised still, you know. You know, me never surprised. Cause I see Kylie Jenner do it. And Kylie Jenner at her fair point in time when she do it, she was no celebrity. Well, me would have consider a celebrity because she have famous parents. Well, semi-famous parents. You know what I mean? She have a famous sister. You know what I mean? And semi-famous sisters. But not really celebrity to me. You know, in North America, don't get me wrong, in North America, she's quote unquote a big celebrity. Everybody want to be her and know her and she worth too much millions. But she not famous to me like Rihanna. Rihanna a Caribbean girl. Me not see her like Rihanna. Rihanna's an entertainer. She's a movie star. She's a producer. She's no Rihanna. Kylie Jenner is no Rihanna. I mean, that is no disrespect to Kylie Jenner. But she's no Rihanna. So you me say Rihanna go to boom and get the Puma deal. I'm see Fenty sneakers, me I say, trouble there, say, you know. But me I say to myself, say, oh, maybe Fenty and that whole brand, them tell them not really our business thing and no shall deal with. Me I say, maybe that is just a Puma line and then must put her as the face side. As you know, them the whole heap of time with the whole heap of, like how you have the up top, Tempo, Nike, and people like to call it the Scotty Pimpin, choose Scotty Pimpin, did wear it. When him that doing basketball things, so people just nickname it that. Me I say, oh, maybe they must have put her as the face side. But I realize, say, no, it's an entire brand. Brassiere, panty, makeup, slippers. Me I say, but wait, shall be the a clothing empire. All different type of merch.
All different type of merchandise.
So me never surprised when me say she valued that how much millions. But to me see it right now at this point in time, too much millions mama generate for her clothing and apparel and her different accessories and makeup line, and me don't know when Rihanna give you a single. Mama too busy right now counting and spending money. Plus with the whole thing we are going worldwide, she don't even need for the music now because you can't go perform no way. So where are the music for you can't go perform no way? It make no sense when big stars drop songs them want to go on tour, you know. So why put out songs that we not go tour for? That make no sense.
That's how artists need to do venture in a business as well.
Yes.
In real life.
That is why an individual like Vybz Kartel, it was key and strategic that the powers that be get into this man's mind, control him, take over his mindset, try to control him and tell him what to do. Because with the visions and the way we already are put into place, it will be good for us to start take over these business and buy shares and Ray. But the teacher refused. The teacher refused. Even when the man did a link and Tada tried to say, yo, this is the way I want the business. Him say, well, that's another way me want the business. So if you want the business that way, we'll have to go part ways. As much as me know what you bring to the table, and me know what me bring to the table, and how much millions we can make, but just not want the business how you want the business. So we're going to just go separate ways.
Teach them value as well, isn't it? That's the thing is, know your value.
You have to know your value. Know what you bring to the party when you reach, and know what you take away when you leave. So you can know where you go forward with that. You know what I mean? Because we see it.
Look
how it.
The only thing, The only somebody last all the poor talk, him knows all what would be
Look for go on.
shares and one of the biggest rock business in Jamaica right now.
Look for go on. The teacher decides, say, alright, I gonna know my value. I know what I bring to the party when I reach, and I know what I take away when I leave. And him take away when him bring come. And Todd try with everybody. Him try with Idonia. Him try with Beanie when I time I try to make beer. I don't know where them not go with that. Him try with Massacre over there with one thing called Crips. I don't know why you would call a alcohol a name affiliated with a specific gang. That is stupid marketing. Even if you are a Crip, why you don't call your liquor Crips? You don't want bloods drink it. That sounds smart to me. But him try it again with dog. It no work. It can't be replicated. Them can't duplicate the success. You know, nothing with teacher and them touch. Even producers, I say right now, who have gained international success, them tried only part of the artists. Differently from DNA and Popcorn them recently, how much producers getting a plaque for nothing what them a do. How much dancehall producers getting a plaque for nothing. Them not getting a plaque for nothing.
So with you, Missy UK artists, do the same thing like a Popcorn do with them Billboard Black Door in a real life. Them even get special edition to fans.
Yeah. You see,
I'm telling people link with Popcorn.
this day and age, we have to use the facts here. So the media like how they on right now, all the vibration and all the reason. Yeah. It has all now become a part of music. It's a technology.
It's a part play a big important role.
Yes.
Right now.
You see the advent of technology, it has helped dancehall in a way where the stakeholders and the so-called gatekeepers them can't even keep up with what go on. Rygin King did make a profound statement and him just forward out. We know Vybz Kartel's story, and we know the whole settings, and we know the whole independent rise of dancehall artists, even during them time. Because when the teacher their own alliance, no record label deal no sign, and you know what I mean, Bounty himself no sign to nobody them time. They him that run the entire musical group, and him not signed to nobody. He will have a little management deal with Burke them time, the Sharon Burke them time. So you know what I mean? The whole record label thing wasn't a thing. But in this day and age, in this day, in established label, a couple man that get them deal. They don't know big up sister them, Caperton them. You know what I mean? I think Bounty know the game too. I think Beanie they get a deal to Eligo Bad Boy. Because the man them get there, we do them thing. But anyway, Rygin King said. Yeah. Rygin King say a thing like this. Him say, yo, when him did want the music, the fact say him did it in the second city. Because the whole Moby and all like Moby artists them. The G say, yo, him couldn't find the outlet. People are telling him, say, yo, if you want the music, you have to go left. You have to go forward to Kingston. And he must say, yo, Jano, how am I going to do that? How am I going to sustain lifestyle at Kingston? I don't have no manager, I don't have no... How am I going to make money? How am I going to eat? How am I going to go to studio? How am I going to survive? He must say, I stay right there, so hustle, my hustle, do what I do, and vice my song them. And him use this platform, right, that's up on the tube, and the vloggers. A vloggers on YouTube boss Rygin King. And a simple word of mouth. And the same put in music. Him say him himself say out time one more. But just make my song them and upload them on YouTube. And just give some of them to Acom them. Give some of them to the different, you know what I mean, YouTube music distributors. And him say I saw him get to work. Pay for a couple review and couple vlogger review him track, and I saw I saw him become a name in the streets. So in this day and age, your IG, your Twitter, these ways of connecting with your fans is an important aspect of any artist. And Vybz Kartel was an artist where, and they said it right now, Vybz Kartel was an artist where, as we said when the reason start earlier on, persuasion. Teacher find a way to connect to the people them through interviews. So you see, even though it wasn't like this day and age where teacher put up posts and you could have seen him on your posts and you go on your IG, you go see him with him friend them out in the streets, is him have clip footages where ironically get put out on the media through various reasons, but we're not talking about that. But upon him interviews, him show you a different side of the artist. I mean, in the interviews, him get to show you him intellect. Him get to show you charisma. Him get to show you different star qualities through interviews. You know what I mean? That's why I say, in this day,
How you put a word together.
yeah, how you articulate a sentence while still retaining your facts. He's a hardcore dancehall artist, because some people I feel like say you can't speak standard English because you come from Jamaica.
You want to know if you can have a proper interview, when you conduct
You conduct yourself.
You can control it. Who in control an interview? You know, you don't know interviewer go always want in control an interview.
Yes, but you have to control the narrative because you are the person who is being interviewed. So you must know what you choose to reveal and what you don't want to reveal. Yes. I'm gonna say no talk show host in a Jamaica. We could have flip script on the teacher, get him to say him no want to say, I get him to fumble up in any conversation. Even when them choose to bring up matters where the artist might not want to discuss publicly. Him just smile and give them answer with every turn. You know what I mean? With every turn it's like see him was already prepared. So the teacher get to show you a certain style and personality. And in this day and age,
but in a real life still, when I have to cut the still when they come out to interview, because the still, when I best interview the teacher ever do a Jamaica profile young boy and do a good. So artists never go for a profile yet and then sing for profile.
Yeah, man. A reality, man. A reality, man. A reality. Remember saying anybody, remember saying them man did say him uncle bring people on him platform, but him feel of a story, him feel like say yo, the nation need to hear. And I like Winfred Williams who are bring in. No disrespect to Winfred, but even though more than get disrespect still, but him theme thing is mostly based on entertainment. So as long as you're an entertainer, if it have some form of entertainment value during that week, you might make it on the show. You know what I mean? You just might make it on the show.
Speaking of Winfred one thing, I do some things that I want to do in show, and this day and age, I did it all the time. I make teach them more credible than him right now.
Yeah. Reality.
Interview them, teach them, I bring interview, we'll come on to on stage. A part of it culture right now, tradition for on stage on Saturday time. On stage you're supposed to have stuff with another dancehall, with another reggae, isn't it?
I just that I guess as we say, it's in this day and age. I just the fittest of the fittest, you know. So you see just bringing the on stage on YouTube is one way of bringing it into the modern age. But also without producers, because some people don't know them job. Yeah, producers need to be producers. And even in the dancehall culture, to me that's this. One for the on stage story, I just lock up the producer and the vision. Maybe I even do it for himself too much, and at this day and age, who do I go on music, he might be one of the gatekeepers, but he don't know what I go on a dancer right now. Right now, he don't know what I go on a dancer right now. People have to tell them what I go on. I regularly see some on stage countdown, ER countdown or some other different countdown, and the song what them say the artist song, I know the artist song. That's not the artist song. The streets not feel them song. The streets did not feel them song there, but the streets not feel them song there no. Them song they it off. So that's why as we say, teach them. Him do something I mean I agree with you still, but you know what I mean? Teach them. But that's why I say yo, you more gravitate to the interviews them I might bring on, because as a younger mind, a fresher mind, and more in the streets, in the media, him probably can see the trend of what go on, and then again maybe just the different vibe, a different energy. As I would say, it's almost like a street vibes to a real Navy room. Real Navy room still get you drunk, street vibes get you drunk. But at the end of the day, real Navy is more of a nostalgic drink. Meaning say you see people I drink it from your youth. You're growing up seeing it. But Vybz Kartel, Vybz street vibes are something where you gravitate to. You see it marketed to your generation in your day and age. So you gravitate to it and you drink it for that reason. So, that's me that put it. You know what I mean? That's me that put it. Yeah. Because we're going to have about 15 minutes before we end the live too. You know what time you know? At such time. Alright, my G. Blessings and respect. You know the thing go already, man. One nation. Up move. Me here going, Mika, me, hey. You know the thing go. And tomorrow, as I was say, Tell a friend, we tell a friend. Live at 10. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the better time we're going to start schedule the team. You don't know, with the restrictions we are going locally, most people will be in by that time. Overseas, most people can't even check in when they're on work. It'll be closer to, you know what I mean, getting that lunch break for all who are work the night shift. You know what I mean? So, I guess we're going to say, yo, we're going to settle that thing. So, Gaza After Dark settings, you know what I mean? Dancehall talk show. Where Gaza Nation lives, you know what I mean? Yes. Car lines opening, you know. For the next 6 minutes, we are going. We'll take another call. Yeah, we'll take one more call. Take another call, people, before the live in. Know what I mean? 876-8160-789 is the number. Yes, a new track is out today on J Craze Rhythm. Know what I mean? Make sure you go check it out. Make sure you stream a track. New Vybz Kartel track out on J Craze Juggling Rhythm. Or can cancel this Juggling Rhythm too from J Craze. I think it only features Gaza Nation artists. I think Lisa de on it. Sav de on it. The Savage. I think Sika de on it. Of course, you know the Vybz Kartel track has already been released. Who else de on it? I think another artist de on it too as well. You know what I mean? So make sure you check out the new track. Them say you're not a loyal. Loyal, they put your case like a lawyer. A lawyer. Yo. Vybz Kartel, and for the ladies again. Teacher never fails. I've never seen a teacher fail. Always deliver. Flame never. Flame. Teacher said they put the girl in case like a lawyer, and the flow, voice, and cadence. Key aspects of a hit song. People are gonna think about flow, and lyrics. Listen to me. It's cadence of voice. And that create that emotion. And that create that vibe, that energy. So without certain cadence, notice when you go sing hardcore, people like to hear a more deeper cadence, a more heavier tone, a more baritone voice. So we are talking about the hardcore settings. You know what I mean? But for the better part, in the music, cadence of the voice definitely give you that hit factor. Think about it. You know what I mean? So for all young artists, think about that. Cadence of your voice. Voice can't too light, depending on the subject matter we are singing about. If you are singing for the ladies, their voice can be smooth as the breeze, and you know what I mean? Yeah, you can give them the highway and vibe there. But hardcore settings, hardcore subject matter, voice can't light. You know what I mean? I have a certain cadence. At least for me. You know what I mean? I don't know about somebody else, but for me, the light voice thing. You know what I mean? But hardcore tracks, no. You can't make spice of a heavier cadence down. You can't make spice of a heavier cadence down. Not of a work on it. Glenn Allen, I point out your Friday something I go drop. Stay tuned. You know what I mean? We will be keeping you posted. Stay tuned. Up move, Mama G, man. But as I was saying, call lines open. Like we're not getting another call. So we're going to end the live tonight. You know what I mean? But before we end the live, I want to see around a free world boss. Night chat. And all co-accused. Go Siva. Our track out to make sure someone check it out. You know what I mean? Execution. Featuring Bobby. Check it out. I'm going to see around a free world boss. Night chat. I'm going to see around. SMJ want some street vibes. You know the thing already, man. Out Move Nation. So until the reason again, you know the thing, man. I will live at 10 again tomorrow night by God blessing. You know the something go. You know what I mean? So until the reason again, live, love and prosper. Freedom is a must. One nation, a dancehall music over there.